Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master 季师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊 Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. Today it's Sifu here again, and we're going to have a topic for our newly ordained disciples. Because today we got a new disciple ordaining, so I thought of making a podcast for those of you who might be also ordaining soon to get your mindset going. So today we're going to talk about the relationship with God, building a relationship with the God. Okay, so first of all, a lot of people will be having this mindset of like, oh, the God should be giving, loving, and like, you know, the best guy in the world, right? Like he is supposed to just be giving, right? Well, you might be a bit washed by the norm on the Christian side, maybe. So they always say, oh, our God is very loving and so on. Well, yeah, but not until you are a part of their family. Anyway, so as a Taoist, right, your relationship with the God, how is that going to work? How is that working? And does it mean that like you're a Taoist and the God should help you with everything that you requested? Or you just like need to pray to the God and help will be there? Okay, so let me get your mindset straight, okay? First of all, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, so when you ordain, right, you can imagine this like in a very human way, okay? Like as if you are joining a new family or a new country or a new group, okay? People don't know you, right? So how do you expect people to give you like $1 million, right? No way, right? Not even 5,000. So you just enter this new family and you're like, okay, imagine you got adopted by the new family and you're a new kid in the family, right? So we don't know each other. The God don't know you, you don't know the God. Okay, that's normal. Do not ever say, I am new to this, I don't know about this. You don't have to say it. We all know, right? Okay, this is kind of like a taboo already because I see so many disciples doing the same thing, and this is like a big problem when you go into a new group and you always say, "I'm new to this. I never know about this. I am like no background." Like, you know, you don't have to say it. We all know. Okay, we treat you as a newbie, and we know you're a newbie. So just go through whatever we tell you to do and you'll be good. So you're like new to the company, right? You just got hired and you don't even know where the washroom is and you don't know about the department and stuff. You know, it's normal, right? So just stay there, you know, for a few days and you'll find the way to the washroom and you'll know where the cafe is. You'll know where your table is, and you know, it takes time, right? Everything takes time. So don't be trying to expect too much on the first week or so, right? You're just trying to get used to it, right? Get used to it. Learning the Tao is for yourself. So don't compare with other people. Like, oh, that guy learned so fast. Oh, I look so stupid. You know, don't judge. You're not the one to judge yourself. You're not the one to mark, you know, grade yourself. Okay? Now, you don't know the God don't know you. So what should you be doing? Well, first thing is, how do you want the God to know you? Like your impression, right, in the God's mind. Some people will ask me, oh, what does my name means? What does my Taoist name means? I always tell them the same thing. It means you. It doesn't matter, okay? It's like a profile name or like an account name. You open an account at the bank and then you got a number, right? What does the number mean? What the number means is your account, right? So you got a name and the name means you, right? It doesn't matter what the word means, okay? Like your word might be like, oh, flower, tree, rock, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? It's you. So how do you want to build your image in the God's mind? That's like the main thing. So how will the God know about you? Oh, very simple. Okay, after you have ordained Anything you do, you like your mindset and all that, it's going to be known by the God. Very simple. Because the God, like after you ordain, the God is inside you. Okay? The God is put inside you. So your heart and the God is connected. Very simple. And that is why when you request help, the God will know and give you the power to help you. And that is why when you have danger, the God will sense it when you feel the fear, the threat, and immediately the God will be there because your heart and the God is connected as one. So your mindset, it all starts with the mindset, your heart. Okay? There are some people who enter the lineage and then they are very skeptic, doubtful, questioning. And then they are like, I'll just stay here and observe a bit before I actually dip my toes into the water. Well, your heart is like that. Prepare to fail. Okay? I can just go like, congratulations, prepare to fail. This guy's not going to last for 2 weeks. Your mindset is like that. How do you want the God to like you, right? If you want the God to like you, if you are the God, okay, what kind of disciple will you like? The guy come in, humble, right? He want to learn. He's not resisting. He's not skeptic. He's honest, truthful, open. He make us happy. You know, when he chat, he have a good vibe, like very happy vibe, right? And he very much like blend into our culture. This guy come in and he's like talking the same language as us already, trying hard to be part of us, you know? So yeah, let me give you an example. So this is a real example, okay? So one of my disciples work in a company that deals with, she deals with the law, legal stuff, okay? And the boss there and a lot of the higher end people there, right, they are Italian. So if you want to be a very welcomed employee, what do? You got to speak some Italian, right? Like at least you got to know some, and then you got to know their culture and not I'm a Chinese, I'm going to speak Chinese only. You try to be so distant, then they won't feel you're together as a group with them, right? So you feel so like outside. So yeah, when you join the lineage, right? You got online, you join our chat, learn to become a member of the family. What do we do? How do we talk? You know, like you see everyone come in every day. There's like the morning and evening greetings. You learn to do that. If you don't know, you can ask, right? Or people will teach you. Learn to greet. Learn to address to people. Don't go like, hey, bro, or hey, dude. You know, we don't talk like that. We have our etiquette, right? We have titles. We have names. So you got to know how to call people, and you cannot just expect that's the way I want it. You know, it's not about you want. It's about you wanting to become part of the group. So if you make yourself become more alike with the group, you will be more welcomed and liked as well. Okay, mindset is very important, right? Trust, faith, determination, loyalty. Super important stuff. Trust is like with evidence, I believe. Faith is no need for evidence, I will believe. Determination is I will not give up. Very simple, okay? So you always tell yourself, I should have trust in the Tao, the lineage, and the master. Why? Well, take a look at why you ordain. The thing is, when you ordain, you're convinced, right? Why? Well, you have seen the content, the ebooks, the website, so many things. And, G Sifu is always here in very public kind of guy, always showing up, doing talk shows and things like that. There's credibility right there, right? You can see he's teaching all the time, releasing content all the time. And he has been around for a long time already on the internet. And it shows you that that's why you can trust him. Because he's not going to be escaping or gone after 2 years, things like that, right? So you can trust him. Have faith is like your part. You don't need any evidence. I just have faith because I hope to. You hope to what? You hope to, for example, you hope to get ordained and then eventually your life get better, right? So you have this hope, then you should have faith and keep going. You believe this will be good. You made the decision to ordain, right? Keep it up. And then determination is never give up. And that is the hard part. You will face hurdles. You will face hardships. You will face things that will resist and like kind of push you away. For example, I start to learn the spell and then it's so hard. Yeah, it's hard, right? So what? Everyone had to learn it that way. Even I do, right? It's part of the process. I need to learn how to draw the symbol. It took me like the whole night. It's so hard. Oh yeah, it's hard. So what? Keep doing it, right? Don't give up. No matter how hard it is, don't give up. I like to press the disciples button. What do I mean? Well, I will give them tests. I will test their personality. To be honest, I don't really care if the disciple quit after 2 weeks, because that means that they're not deserving the care from the Tao anyway, and they're not a good disciple. Right? So I usually test them within like 2 weeks of time. I'll tell them up front. I try this on many people, especially the older ones. I tell them, you want to learn, you need to give up your ego. You need to be humble. You need to be able to accept teachings. And you know what? When you're wrong, I will tell you up front that you're wrong. It's going to be hard. And sometimes I do scold people as well. So what? You don't like it? Quit. Right? And then I told them, and there are some like old guys tell me, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I chose to do this and I won't quit. It's something that I chose, and I know I'm not the guy who will quit easily. Okay, you know what? When he is facing his hurdle, when I test him, he's gone. I'm like, okay, well, too bad. Right? When I scold my disciple, it's not just like venting anger. I point at your flaw, and that's why it hurts. I will tell you, hey, your virtue is so bad. You need to go back and learn this, and then I'll give you a link to read. And then I'll tell you, your mouth virtue is so bad. This kind of wording is bad. You look at this, give you a link to read. And a lot of people cannot let go of the face issue or the ego, and they will like, I'm not reading, and then they resist, and then they want to fight back, and then it's like that. And then eventually they don't feel like here because it doesn't feel good anymore. But hey, guess what? The good stuff is never feeling good. When you drink medicine, it's bitter, right? Poison is sugar-coated. So yeah, good medicine is bitter. I teach in a modern way, but also very traditional. I'm a very traditional kind of master, as in like, I will F you in the face when you are pissing me off. And I will tell you that you're doing things wrong right away. And I am not the one that will like, it's fine, it's fine. There was a disciple, an Indian, and I was like telling her that she's like 40 years old. So I told her, you're doing this thing wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. Redo. Do again. And then she's like, you know what? If you like keep saying wrong, you will make people not feel good, and people don't like learning. You should say you can improve. I'm like, no, you did it wrong. You change. Erase, rip the page off, do again. You're not improving. Improving is like you're doing it right and then you do better. That's improving. You're using the wrong word to mislead people. You cannot say improve. When you're not doing right, I say you're doing it wrong. That's a precise and accurate description of your problem. And you cannot accept that. You want me to give you sugarcoat, right? Oh, you're doing great, but, they're like this. I'm not that kind of guy. You want that guy? Okay, you want this kind of teacher? Go for yoga classes. A lot of those freebie yoga classes, they're like so sweet, so easygoing. Everyone is doing great. Those westernized kind of teaching, not here. Sorry. I don't offer that kind of crap. That is bad for you. because you're spoiling the disciple, telling them, you're doing great, you're doing so many encouragement. But the thing is, they're doing it wrong. If they don't realize they're doing it wrong, how can they learn, right? You want to learn Taoism, you stick to my culture. Well, yeah, you can also find other teachers if you want, right? No one forced you to stay here. But I'm telling you, you spend like that much money to get ordained. Don't waste it. And I'm telling you upfront before you actually spend the money right here that I'm that kind of teacher, okay? But I can guarantee you that I'm teaching you a lot of stuff. If you can stay and you learn well, you'll be learning a lot of stuff. A lot. Much more than you can learn in anywhere else in a short time, for sure. No doubt. But it comes with something. It comes with, like, you need to be a good disciple. You need to have the virtue. So to prevent people making me blood vomit or vomit blood, I have put together a podcast, internal podcast playlist on my website. You can go to my website, tinadragon.com, and you can go to the bottom. There's a little like sub menu or small menu, and there's one thing that says internal podcast. You click that and you can go in there. There's a bunch of little talks, and it teach you like virtues, 10 commandments, 5 virtues, and all that stuff. It gives you a good mindset, those virtue lessons. You can, like, if you're thinking about ordaining and you're not sure yet, you can check that out. And if you learn from that playlist and you ordain, or you ordain first and you learn from that playlist, it's fine, right? It's going to benefit you a lot. A lot. And when you follow these teachings, you become a good disciple. I like you, you like me, right? We won't have conflict. We won't have, a lot of hardship. We will be good going along with each other. And you know what? When you're like that, the God likes you. You already cultivated with the God. You already built a good relationship with the God, because I, the master, represent the God to teach you stuff. I bring the God's teachings to you, right? If you and me, our relationship is good, the God will like you. The God is like, oh, you are good, huh? You can have a good relationship with your master, then you must be good with me too, huh? It's like that. It's very simple, right? It's like your grandfather looking at how you do with your father. If you and your father don't get along well, how will your grandfather like you, right? If you and your father is doing very well and like all laughing and, good time like that, your grandfather likes you, love you, because you are treating his son very well. You see, that's the mindset. Very simple, right? It's very human, right? Very human. But I just got to say, I am from Hong Kong, not from China, okay? I'm born in Hong Kong. And I have a very Chinese mindset when it comes to being a master. Yet, I don't like to go full Chinese teaching, because the online market is mostly English. And a lot of people are like in the English speaking side, they don't have this kind of Taoism or Taoist magic teaching. So I like that market, that field. So I'm teaching mostly in English. But you know what? I'm also bringing you the traditional old school culture. Yeah, the big stick theory, right? The higher you go, the more strict I am and the more I'm expecting from my disciples. However, the disciples don't need to go up that fast, because it really does take time to level up, right? So it's fine. Being in the baby stage, the Samlo stage, teenage stage, it's fine. It just takes time. But you'll see, right? I'm a very traditional side on that side, and it's good for you. It builds the heart, and it makes you a very good disciple, and it brings you to success, right? It's really good. Anyway, shoot, my time's up. Okay, so timer's up. So anyway, welcome in my new disciple, and also if you're about to ordain, so welcome in advance as well. We'll see you in the next episode. Remember to check out the website and my TikTok. Okay, Tina Dragon Tao, the TikTok. Okay, see you next time. Bye-bye.